Okay, it's the 21st of January, doing this around 6:30. Before we get to our weather, I just wanted to show you what's going on down south. This is a once in a century kind of a weather thing. We have blizzard warnings down here east of New Orleans. Look at these temperatures; they're all below zero. The one thing to remember about homes down there, because I've been down there, they're not insulated like they are up here. So when it gets cold, it gets cold. You really got to turn it up, and a lot of places are going to be without power down here. So beside all the damage in California, all the people suffering in North Carolina, this is the next big story down here. These are daytime high temperatures. And then overnight low temperatures down there are crashing just like they are up here. Here's your morning lows. Let's see. This is tomorrow morning around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Let's see. Yeah, about 8 o'clock. Look at. I mean, you got single digits in here. This is actual temperatures. This is crazy. This is going to be. If you have no power and you got single digit temperatures, watch out. And here, all the way down into Florida, Jacksonville, freezing, destined for freezing, very cold. And this goes on up the coast. The actual real field temperatures down there, um, below zero. See, we got below zero up here. They got below zero down there. And on top of all that, they got to worry about snow. And I said there was going to be a coastal storm about midweek. That was possible. Well, this is the coastal storm coming down around here. It's going to throw snow down into Florida. Here's places like Destin down here. Here's New Orleans right in here. Look at this. They worry about hurricanes. Now they got like 6 inches plus of snow. And they still don't have plows. I was down in South Georgia I forgot, back in the 19, let's see, I would have been 28. I guess it would have been the early 1980s somewhere. And went down there with some people with work. And it was their first snowstorm in 47 years down in Georgia. And they had no plows. We sat in Atlanta airport for 8 hours waiting for some plows to come down from the north to help clean up. So it gets crazy. So here's your storm coming up the coast. But unfortunately, it's out to sea and it just skims the coastline here, and maybe an inch in southern Delaware, and maybe dusting to maybe an inch right along the shore here of South Jersey. But that's about it. There'll be some flurries, maybe southeastern PA, and then this is off the lakes back out here. So this is flurries and stuff out over here in western PA. Here's a little bit of snow along the shoreline out here from the storm off the coast, and this is a flurry action that happens down here in Philadelphia, up this way. And if there's enough of it, it could create a little bit of a situation. Let's see if I can figure this out timing wise. This is let's see. This is this afternoon, around 5. This is around 8 o'clock, and some flurries are breaking out down here. And then, as you can see, it doesn't quite make it, but Philadelphia can get, maybe up to a half an inch of snow. But I think the most important storyline right now is not where the storms are at, but the temperatures. We got this is tonight, and I'm going to move this out to in the morning hours. Actually, pretty cold. I think we've talked about this enough in the last few days, but minus teens out in western PA, single digit minus temperatures in the northeastern part and central PA, and single digits all the way down here into New Jersey. And again, you got that little bit of storm off the coast. So it's going to be fluffy, light snow. It's not going to be anything wet. And then this is your wind chill factors tonight, for tomorrow morning, I should say, around 7. Mostly everybody's below zero. And out here, minus 25, minus 27, 28 in Bradford. I mean, Mount Pocono minus 16 wind chill, North Jersey minus 13 up here, Philadelphia minus 4. So very cold night out there. And that's not the end of it. Now tomorrow during the day, this is afternoon around 2 o'clock. High temperatures out in western PA, even in the Poconos, single digits. Everybody else is between 10, maybe 15 degrees, except right by the shore, where you get up to 20 degrees. But the real feel during the day, a lot of areas, feel below zero. Here's still minus 13 mid-afternoon tomorrow. And then here's the lower Poconos, like Hazelton, Long Route 80 up here. It's going to feel like minus 1, 2 degrees here. And even down this way, yes, people don't realize there's a cold area down here by York, and it gets pretty chilly down there, south of Lancaster too. And so pretty cold temperatures, and that's during the day. During the day, people, that's during the day. And then as we go into Thursday morning, um, it's not as bad. Okay, not as bad Thursday morning. You can see temperatures are single digits just about everywhere. I mean, I can't find a place in PA where temperatures are not single digits. And northern New Jersey, and even down here in Delaware, there's some single digits, and Wilmington down here towards the southern part, Dover 12. It's a little bit of warmth through here, but that's still 10, 11, 12 degrees through here. But pretty cold Thursday morning. But you'll notice that wind chills, you don't see 20 and 28 degrees below zero. We're now in the single digits to maybe 10 below zero out there. Poconos -7. This is what it feels like on your skin. North Jersey -2. Everybody else basically single digits, but cold again on Thursday in the morning. Then we kind of moderate a little bit as we start going into the afternoon time. Here's your temperatures. You see they're climbing up now, teens to 20s, and even out in Jersey, there's a couple places that might get above freezing. So if you're worried about what it's going to do on Friday morning, there's kind of a break in the action here, if you want to call it a break. Temperatures single digits and teens across Pennsylvania, mid-teens in Jersey, upper teens in Delaware. Real feel temperatures at that point in time. There's just a few areas, the higher elevations and stuff, and this is off the lakes, where temperatures feel below zero, but you don't see widespread below zero temperatures, but still single digits everywhere except southern Delaware and southern Jersey. So that's pretty cold. Now, I've talked about snow opportunities and cold temperatures and maybe a warm up in February. I just want to show you one situation that's developing. Ice on the Susquehanna River up in Wilkes-Barre. Lived in Kingston, and I was there for the flood of '72. And these ice jams, back in the day, they used to use dynamite sometimes to blow these ice jams up. But anyway, what you're hoping for up that way is a gradual warm up so that this starts to melt. You don't want um, a downpour of rain. You don't want that kind of stuff. You kind of just want temperatures to moderate so it starts to melt off with daytime highs above freezing. So this slowly starts to melt and maybe starts to move at some point. So just wanted to make that a point. And I wanted to show you this picture. This is tomorrow. Look at the cold temperatures all the way down. Okay, that's just phenomenal all the way down to the Gulf into Texas. Houston's got a state of emergency, I heard. It's just insanity the amount of cold that's come down, but that will change. I'm going to go week by week here. Okay, this is from now into next week. This is the average temperatures now. Right now we're really cold, so it'll moderate a little bit, like I showed you. But you can see we're in a very cold air here. We move this out a week. Let's see, let's take this to the 28th of February 4th. You can see it starts to moderate. We're still below normal for the most part, but mostly the beginning part of that period is below normal. So it brings down the numbers. And then as we get into between the 1st and the 8th of February, you can see it's beginning to warm up a little bit. Some of these temperatures up here in the white areas are basically normal to just a little bit above. And then you can see it doesn't never gets super warm. Some of the models show it warming up. This takes you all the way to the end of February on these charts here. And if I move over to this chart, this is another chart that actually shows it getting above normal. And I kind of think, my personal opinion is we're going to go above normal, normal to above normal, but we're not going to get an extreme warm up in Pennsylvania, as you can see. We're a few degrees above, but I don't think it gets much. This takes you to the middle of February, and I don't think then that's going to happen. Then, as you can see, you'll see as we start to head towards the 18th to the 25th, temperatures begin to get closer to normal. Now, just because the temperatures warm up to normal doesn't mean it can't snow. I mean, everybody's looking for another snowstorm. It means there's actually better chances of snow. and there's the next month's worth of snow. So it doesn't mean it can't happen. So you need to keep that in mind. Just because we're 40 degrees during the day, a storm comes up the coast, it makes its own cold air, it drops the temperatures back down. And like I said, 32 degrees can hold more moisture than 13 degrees. So, it would make the ratios closer to 10 to 1 instead of 15 to 20 to 1. So it would, but there's more moisture in the air. So then now we start dealing with heavier wet snow. And I think that right around the beginning of the month, I want to show you one more thing. And I wanted to show you this. This is around the 4th and the 5th of February. It's when I think things begin to change to a little bit warmer temperatures. Um, Here comes the storm through, and I think what you're going to see down here in central PA and southeastern PA into Delaware and Jersey is going to become more mixed. Where you're going to have ice. And if you remember my forecast back in September and October for the winter, I said there was going to be more of these type weathers. And I think the first part of February will have like snow to the north, middle, in between there'll be sleet, freezing rain, and rain in middle of it. So I think you got that to look forward to. And again, this is like a 2 or 3 week period. But every year we always have what they call the January thaw. We're about 2 weeks behind, 3 weeks behind on that. So again, that translates into colder weather at the end of February into March, and that's kind of what I think is going to happen. Once again, this is where you can donate to help support. We've had a couple people, we had William McCourt, Brian Goodman, that have donated recently. I haven't mentioned their names yet, so I'm putting that up. So to end this, you got your family down on the Gulf Coast, you need to maybe check in on them. And again, in Pennsylvania, the brutal cold. I know some schools were canceled, some schools had delays. I think that's a good idea. Again, tomorrow, that you possibly think of something like that being a little bit later starting school, because tomorrow is probably going to be the coldest morning. So that would be something to keep in mind. Again, remember the Times leader, best of the best, only got this week to vote to try to get nominated. Mostly TV people win these things. But, hey, we'll give it a shot. Hey, get nominated would be a victory. So I need you to vote. I need you to tell your friends to vote. I need you to tell your friends to vote, all the way down, anybody that can help out. And you have an email address to vote. And again, I'll have the information posted above in the comments section above the video. All right, everybody, take care. Be safe.